Hey, this is week 732 down in Monument Terrace, and
Delegate Scott
we've
Garrett
got Delegate Scott Garrett standing here. He's getting ready to talk, so we're going to go up and get a little bit of video about this.
A copy of this afterwards, so I know some already got it 5 years ago, but I got a bunch of copies up here, just like the one down there on the front. I'd like Scott to read this again to let all these folks know how important it is, which I've been doing not only for the last 5 years, but 14 years. And then we're going to get to the soldier's point.
Good afternoon. Let's try that again. Good afternoon. God bless you all for being here. I'm not a preacher, but I do believe there's a great God. He knew you before you were born. That's all the preaching I'm going to do today. I cannot thank you all enough for what you do and for what you mean to me and my family, not just to your own families, to people you don't even know. Those of you that are veterans, when you signed up, you didn't even know who Scott and Whitney Garrett was. Some of us weren't. I probably wasn't even born when some of you all signed up.
Wait a minute.
That's not all. But you chose to do something that I can't do. I don't have the courage, honestly, to do what you do. Good Lord gives us different skill sets, and He has imbued in each one of you that skill set. He's also given each one of us something that's very unique, and that is a story. A story. Each one of you has a story inside you. And great stories require someone to tell the story and someone to listen. My fear, my friends, is younger generations aren't listening. They have their iPhones, their iPads, and they type a couple of keystrokes, and they think they're listening. And that's the greatest challenge that I think we're trying to overcome. Leaders in our country, leaders in our state, leaders in our community, leaders in all of our organizations, we're all trying to get people to listen. Black, white, rich, poor, young, old, men, women, Republicans and Democrats. We need to be willing to listen to others' stories, because when you hear those stories, you will get involved and you'll make a meaningful difference in the lives of so many other people. So I'm not one to read a lot of whereases. There's a lot of information in this resolution. It was very important to me and very important to the rest of the General Assembly when we have an opportunity to do what we can do for our veterans. I'm hopeful with this General Assembly. The governor seems to be more inclined to support issues that are important to us. So I'm hopeful I'll be able to come back in a couple of months when we finish this coming session with some really good news for you and for your families and for our guys and gals that are coming back from their efforts. So with that, about 5 years ago, a dear friend of mine sent me a poem. This poem was written by a Marine. I don't know which Marine it was because it's not named, but I read it the Friday before Christmas 5 years ago, and it moved me enough. I read it 4 years ago and 3 years ago and 2 years ago and last year. And so, Steve, with your permission, I would love to share this with you, a little bit of what Christmas truly means to those in the trenches and to those of us that truly appreciate each and every one of you each and every day. So if you'll hang with me. 'Twas the night before Christmas. He lived all alone in a one-bedroom house made of plaster and stone. I had come down the chimney with presents to give and to see just who in this home did live. I looked all about. A strange sight I did see. No tinsel, no presents, not even a tree. No stocking by mantle, just boots filled with sand. On the wall hung pictures of far distant lands. With medals and badges, awards of all kinds, a sober thought came through my mind. For this house was different. It was dark and dreary. It was the home of a soldier, once I could see clearly. The soldier lay sleeping, silent, alone, curled up on the floor in this one-bedroom home. The face was so gentle, the room in such disorder, not how I pictured a United States soldier. Was this the hero of whom I'd just read, curled up on a poncho, the floor for a bed? I realized the families that I saw this night owed their lives to these soldiers who were willing to fight. Soon round the world the children would play and grown-ups would celebrate a bright Christmas day. They all enjoyed freedom each month of the year because of the soldiers like the one lying here. I couldn't help to wonder how many lay alone on a cold Christmas Eve in a land far from home. The very thought brought a tear to my eye. I dropped to my knees and started to cry. The soldier awakened and I heard a rough voice. Santa, don't cry. This life is my choice. I fight for freedom. I don't ask for more. My life is my God, my country, my core. The soldier rolled over and drifted to sleep. I couldn't control it. I continued to weep. I kept watch for hours, so silent and still. And we both shivered from the cold night's chill. I didn't want to leave on that cold, dark night, this guardian of honor, so willing to fight. Then the soldier rolled over with a voice soft and pure, whispered, "Carry on, Santa. It's Christmas Day. All is secure." One look at my watch, and I knew he was right. Merry Christmas, my friends, and to all, a good night.